Have you ever felt like addiction just keeps pulling you back, no matter how hard you try to move forward? It's constantly in your ear whispering to you that you're missing out, that you're giving up too much. But the truth is, that is the same trick that's been used since the beginning of time. It is literally the oldest story in the book. I'm talking about the story of Adam and Eve. You know the one where God puts Adam and Eve on the earth and he says to them, "You can freely eat from every tree in the garden, but don't eat from this one tree, lest it should kill you." So basically, they have access to anything and everything that they could ever want. I mean, this is the whole Garden of Eden. But he warns them against this one little thing. He says, don't go there, it's dangerous. And then what happens? The serpent comes in and it whispers in Eve's ear about not being able to eat the fruit of this tree, which causes her and Adam to focus on the one thing that they can't have. Well, that's exactly how addiction works. But today, I am going to show you how to break free from addiction and never look back. For those of you who are new here, my name is Amber Hollingsworth, and I've been helping people and families overcome addiction for more than 20 years now. And this YouTube channel is dedicated to helping you stay 5 steps ahead of addiction. Because the only way to beat addiction is through strategy and through knowing exactly what you're dealing with. And today's video gets right to the heart of the matter. You see, the thing is, we get whatever it is that we focus our attention on. Putting your attention on something literally manifest it into your life because you're looking for it, and you're always going to find what you're looking for. The key is to control your focus. It's like when tightrope walkers are crossing. They don't look down at the ground, because if you look down at the ground, that's where you're going to go. They look directly at the platform ahead. Focusing on what you want and where you're going is going to get you there. But if you start focusing on other things, that's exactly where you'll end up. Just like driving your car down the road, you look straight ahead at where you're going. You don't look off at the trees or the guardrails, because guess what? If you start looking there, your car slowly starts to veer off the path and go there. The problem is that addiction works exactly like the serpent. It's constantly whispering in your ear, trying to make you focus on what you don't have, because it knows once you start focusing on what you don't have, it's not going to be long till you end up right back where you started, right back where you don't want to go, right back in that same old place that you never wanted to be again. Now, that could be focusing on the fact that you can't drink like other people can drink, or that your spouse isn't cool with you doing whatever drug or watching whatever pornography. And then you start to focus on that, and you start to build a resentment, and you start to feel like it's unfair, and I'm a grown man or I'm a grown woman and I do all these other things, and why can't I have just this one thing? Meanwhile, all the other wonderful blessings in your life are right there, and we just forget about them, and we focus on this one thing we can't have, and we spend our time and energy convincing ourselves that maybe we're not an addict, maybe we're not an alcoholic, and that means I don't have to give it up completely. That means that maybe I can bring it into my life in some small way, and I won't let it get out of control again. That's that rationalization process. So first, it's the focusing on what I don't have, what I can't have, and then we rationalize why we should make that really bad choice. Just like Adam and Eve. It's just human nature. But you can untrain that thinking process. But it takes deliberate, intentional action. And this whole issue, it's bigger than just not focusing on the fact that you can't have the one addictive thing. It's bigger. It's about not focusing on what you don't have in your spouse, what you don't have in your career, what you don't have in your bank account, what your parents did or didn't provide you, love, attention, money. It's about not letting yourself go down the rabbit hole of resentment and self-pity, because that is the formula for relapse. Feeling sorry for yourself because you can't have something or something's not right in your life leads you to building a resentment and an anger and feeling like something's unfair or unjustified, which leads you to making that bad decision. Instead, focus your attention on what you do have. Focus your attention on who you want to be. Focus your attention on seeing the blessings that are already right in front of you. Or better yet, Focus yourself on being a blessing to someone else, because doing that will bring you even more blessings. The key to walking away from addiction and never looking back is not allowing yourself to focus on what you don't have. Because when you feed your addiction, you end up giving everything else away. You end up losing all of your other blessings, your time, your money, your self-esteem, your relationships, your career, your home, everything. Addiction will take everything else from you because it's keeping you so busy over here chasing after this one feeling. And the worst part about it is, as you're chasing after that one feeling and you're losing everything else in the process, that feeling is less and less good. So the thing that you're chasing after isn't even that great anymore, and you're still losing everything else in the process. So yes, recovery is about giving up one thing, but it's also about getting everything else. But don't let yourself get in the whole "it's not fair" mindset. Like, I'm retired, I should be able to sit back and smoke weed all day long. This is what I've worked for. That's what I'm talking about when I say this self-pity mindset. You cannot allow yourself to go there, because going there is blocking your blessings. It is taking from you. As you're focused over here, it's taking from you. It's like sleight of hand. When the magician makes you look here while it does the trick over there, that's exactly what addiction is trying to do to you. And you don't have to keep falling for that trick. It's literally the same trick every single time. And once you realize it, it kind of loses its magic. Just before making this video, I was talking to one of my coaching clients, and he was telling me all about all the things in his life, about all these meaningful conversations and experiences and adventures. And I asked him, I said, what would you tell somebody who's struggling in addiction? What would you tell them about what sober life is like? Because sometimes it's really hard to get people to understand that the grass really is greener over here on the sober side. And he said, well, it's like this. Your nights may be boring, but your days are filled with deep experiences, connection, joy, happiness, the ability to feel good about yourself and who you are and how you're able to show up for other people that you care about. So yeah, you're giving up some kind of superficial fun over here, but you're getting so much more in return. So don't keep falling for the oldest trick in the book.